Hi everyone, I'm Alexis Williams, Chief Brand Officer for Stagwell, coming to you live from the convention floor at CES in lovely Las Vegas. I'm joined here by Paul Suchman, Chief Marketing Officer at Audacy. Thank you so much for being here, Paul.
Hi Alexis, how you doing?
Doing great. Well, tell me a little bit about yourself. How'd you get to CES today?
Well, I took a plane.
Well, very modern.
I have been here all week. I've been here since Tuesday. Audacy we're activating big at the event. We're seeing all of our clients. One of our killer salespeople is just off camera here. And we're activating in the convention center. We're activating with clients. And you know, this is a year we're coming out and bringing the Audacy brand to our clients, to our agency partners in a really big way.
That's awesome. Well, Audacy, the name is a bit self-explanatory, all things audio, but tell us a little bit more about the business.
So our business, we are an audio platform. We consider ourselves one of the big four audio platforms. We have about 235 of what we consider the best radio stations in the country, in the major markets. We're the second largest commercial creator and distributor of podcasts. We have podcast studios that live under the Audacy brand. We've just relaunched our Audacy app, which is really redefining radio into a truly interactive experience. And we have a live events business. So it's the full audio ecosystem, advertising supported, listener driven, and it's going great. Yeah, we're having a great time with it.
Audio is definitely on a rocket ship in terms of a medium that people can both really enjoy and also connect with in a way that's visceral, tactical, like super real. Talk to me about what you think is making audio so resonant at this moment in time.
Well, we built this brand Audacy, right? We're about 2 years old. We were truly a house of brands, and now we've become this branded house under Audacy. We launched the new brand about 2 years ago, and the brand itself was launched on a proposition of real human connection. And you know, those are not just meant to be words. Because our legacy is so deep in radio, live, local, at national scale, the value that we're delivering to communities of just real connection with real voices, personalities, content, it's just driving our listenership up. And in this day and age, even though out here off camera, it's so crowded, people are still living fragmented, isolated lives. So these audio communities that we're building, whether they're geographic based, whether they're shared interest based, they're really, really important. And we're finding listenership, terrestrial radio, podcasts on the stream is continuing to grow because people are craving that connection.
Yeah, that's awesome. And one of the things that I find really interesting about CES this year as opposed to prior years is there's sort of three concurrent themes I see playing out. So there's definitely something really big happening with creators and this idea of the sort of creators of content. So the second is there's really something around connectivity and this need for communities and technology and content enabling that. And the third is around content. Like that is clearly supreme and driving so much. So when you think about Audacy and the technology behind it and what you're seeing here at CES, talk to me about what are you most excited about? What are you most bullish about when you look out at the stuff on the floor?
Creators.
Yeah.
So this idea of creators, and what we're seeing is creators coming into audio from other platforms. So you're seeing people coming from movies, coming from television, coming from print, coming from sports, coming from politics, into audio and back out again. And it's really amazing. And we're seeing all this technology that's enabling these creators to move fluidly through medium. And we're seeing that listeners, audiences are following these creators. And so all of this technology, everything is like smart and enabling listeners, whether you're viewers or listeners or subscribers or digital consumers, to just move effortlessly throughout all of this technology. Obviously, I'm super bullish about audio, and we're seeing so much voice activated devices, right? It's going screenless, whether it's in the cars, computers, even your screens, your screens, you're speaking to your screens. So voice is such a dominant theme that is just resonating across the convention center.
And it's so emotive too. You hear a sound, you hear a voice, and it immediately brings you back to some moment in your life, which is unlike a lot of other mediums in content. So it's pretty cool.
That's the other thing we're seeing is the audio's influence in conversation. When brands used to think about how does our brand look? How does our brand speak? What's our brand voice? But now the conversations are starting to evolve to include, how does our brand sound? And what does that evoke? And what is that emotional connectivity through sound? So I totally agree.
Yeah, so looking out 5 years, because CES is always about the future. It's about what's next.
Yep.
What do you think will be the most transformative and disruptive tech trend that's going to impact audio specifically? It's a hard one.
That's a really, really hard one. And I don't know that I have a great answer, but I will tell you that I think it comes back to what I talked about with voice. If you look at the cars that are coming out, the trucks that are coming out, these EV trucks, they are fully voice commanded. And I think the trend that I'm seeing is voice as a thread that rolls through all of the technology. So it's going to become central, like people are going to become the activators of their entire technology ecosystem through voice.
That's awesome. All right, well, before we adjourn, how do people get involved with Audacy? Like, what can the person watching this video on social media do to learn more about the platform and engage with it?
Yes. Go download the app. I need you to tell like 10, 15 million of your best friends to download the Audacy app.
Great.
And it's a really wonderful app. It allows you to come in through a specific podcast or a streaming station or your favorite radio station. And it's a smart app. It's going to get to know you. It's going to start to suggest content. It'll suggest podcasts. It'll suggest streams, radio stations. So that's one way to get to know us as a listener. And as an advertiser, come see the platform. Come see that connection that we're creating and how we can bring your brand into those environments in really, really organic, meaningful ways.
Awesome. All right. Well, Paul, thank you so much. Everyone tuning in, thank you for joining us. It's been great to learn more about Audacy. Everyone, not to do a shameless plug, but you should check it out. And thank you so much for joining us. Take care.
Thanks, Alexis.